Shot of a manhole cover on Morgan Street that's properly installed, nice and smooth. Manhole on Morgan Street that's about 2 inches too low below grade, and all it does is make a really rough terrain for a vehicle to drive over. That one needs to be dug up and a shim put in to space it up properly. Morgan Street, where the water valves have been installed too low below the road surface. Shot on Morgan Street where the water valve is too low, it's be raised up slightly and the pavement realigned with the road surface. Here's a video here of a manhole cover that needs some attention. It needs to be paved properly. Water shut-off valve that needs attention. Repaving around the edge. Here's a manhole cover that's installed. Really nice job, and it's flat with the road surface a little bit below, and the grader and the snowplow blades go right across that without catching. A shot of a water control valve here. It's mounted too low, and a lot of that's carried over because the contractor put them in and they weren't done properly to begin with. There's a water shut-off valve here that needs some attention. Put some new pavement around it, jackhammer it out a little bit, put some new pavement around it, smooth it up. The manhole cover that's a little bit too low below the road surface, it needs to have some pavement attention around the edge. These be tidied up a little bit around the edge, and it's to seal the water out so the water doesn't go inside there and start freezing and raising the facility up. On Morgan Street, where temporary patching has been patched on top of patch, that should be jackhammered out and a new piece of pavement replacing it. Water shut-off facility on Morgan Street. It's way too low below the road surface. That whole area should be tidied up and leveled up, and the valve brought up to road surface just below a 1/4 of an inch. Hole installed on Morgan Street that's in great shape. It was probably put in there right to begin with. If they put in a 1/4 of an inch below the road surface and a shim installed so they're level, they stay like that for a long time. When they're not properly installed in the first place, you're left with them forever, unless you fix them. This is Douglas and Union Street. Needs to be raised up, leveled up, and some new pavement put around the outside to make it more drivable for the general public. This is a rough road condition, really not required. It doesn't give the city a good approach. When people see that kind of thing, it kind of makes you believe that nobody's looking after the maintenance. It doesn't have to be that way. Here's an example of 2 manhole installations on Morgan Street. They're perfect. This shows us to do it right the first time, and if there's maintenance required, do the maintenance and keep the streets more acceptable for the vehicles that travel. No substitute for a good job well done.